world was breaking, you stayed. When the sirens filled the night and fear was written in their eyes, when the roads were torn apart, you carried hope inside your heart. When the world looked the other way, you chose to show up anyway. With tired hands and weary feet, you brought compassion to the streets. You didn't come for fame, you didn't come for praise. You came because a human life was worth more than your fear that day. You are the hands of mercy, reaching through the smoke. You are the light in darkness for the ones who lost their hope. When the world was falling down, you stood your ground and showed us what humanity's about. You are the hands of mercy, and heaven knows your name. Carrying water through the pain, bringing medicine through the rain, holding children when they cried, standing by their side. Some days your heart was breaking too, but you kept doing what you do. One more meal, one more life, one more reason not to give up the fight. The cameras may not see every sacrifice you make, but every soul you help survive is a life that you help save. You are the hands of mercy, reaching through the smoke. You are the light in darkness for the ones who lost their hope. When the world was falling down, you stood your ground and showed us what humanity's about. You are the hands of mercy, and heaven knows your name. Maybe you can't stop the war, maybe you can't heal it all, but every heart you help restore becomes a victory against it all. And every child who smiles again because you chose to stay is proof that kindness still survives in this world today. You are the hands of mercy, the courage in the storm, the proof that love still lives when everything feels torn. When the world was losing faith, you carried grace and reminded us we're more than pain. You are the hands of mercy, and heaven knows your name. Heaven knows your name. We're just ordinary people watching the world break apart. I don't sit inside a palace. I don't make decisions for the world. I don't command armies. I don't decide who gets hurt. I'm just another face trying to make it through the day, watching children lose their homes while I'm praying from far away. Sometimes I feel helpless, sometimes I feel small, like my voice disappears against the noise of it all. What can we do when the sky keeps falling down? What can we do when nobody listens now? We don't have power, we don't have thrones, but maybe we can start by not losing our soul. What can we do? Maybe love is where we start. I can't stop a missile, I can't rewrite history, but I can refuse the hatred trying to live inside of me. I can see their pain as if it was my own. I can teach my children not to turn suffer into stone. I can speak for mercy, I can pray for peace, I can help the broken even if it's just one piece. Maybe change in the world starts smaller than we think. Maybe healing begins the moment we choose empathy. What can we do when the sky keeps falling down? What can we do when nobody listens now? We don't have power, we don't have gold, but maybe kindness matters more than we've been told. What can we do? Maybe love is where we start. The world was never healed by hatred alone, and every act of compassion becomes a seed that's sown. Maybe we won't stop the war today, maybe we won't change everything, but if enough hearts refuse the darkness, the light still has a chance to win. What can we do? We can choose not to hate. What can we do? We can choose not to break. We can remember every life has worth and hold on to humanity even when it hurts. What can we do? Maybe love is where we start. Maybe peace begins inside the human heart. If we still have hearts, why do we look away? If we still have hearts, why do we let them break? Tell me, if we still have hearts. A child is crying somewhere tonight, holding fear instead of dreams. Another mother prays for morning light, while the world sleeps peacefully. We see the pictures on our screens, then carry on with our routines, as if the pain belongs to someone else, as if they're not like us. Maybe we've gotten used to sorrow, maybe we've forgotten that every face we pass by could have been our own. If we still have hearts, why are we silent? Why are we comfortable watching the violence? If we still have hearts, why do we pretend that somebody else will help while the suffering never ends? If we still have hearts, then let them beat for more than ourselves. The palms don't ask who's right or wrong, the tears don't care about a flag. Pain speaks every language, and grief wears every color. Another father disappears, another child learns fear, and somewhere people celebrate like nothing happened here. Tell me what we've become, if compassion feels inconvenient. Tell me what we've become, if empathy feels too expensive. If we still have hearts, why are we silent? Why are we comfortable watching the violence? If we still have hearts, why do we look away when every life that's lost takes a piece of us away? I can't stop a war, I can't change the world alone, but I can care, I can speak, I can give. I can't refuse to let my soul grow cold. Maybe that's where healing starts, not with power, not with politics, but with a heart that still feels final. If we still have hearts, let's not waste them. Let's not wait until another life is taken. If we still have hearts, let's remember who we are, not divided by our borders, but connected by our scars. If we still have hearts, then let them lead us back to love. Heaven could speak tonight, what would it say? I gave you rivers, I gave you rain, I gave you sunlight for your days, I gave you children full of dreams. Now tell me, what have you made? I gave you mercy in your heart, but you chose anger from the start. You built your kingdoms high and tall, then watched your brothers fall. You say my name before the fight, then burned the world I gave you life. You asked for blessings from above, but where did you leave love? What have you done? What have you become? Why are more children forced to run? What have you gained? Tell me their names, the ones you buried in the flames. You prayed to me, then chose your pride, while innocence was sacrificed. What have you done? What have you done? You drew your borders in the sand and called the earth your own land, but none of it belongs to you. You only borrowed what was mine. You fight for power, fight for gold, while mothers bury growing souls. You claim that heaven stands with you, while ignoring what I told you. Did you forget why you were made? To show compassion, not hate. Did you forget the weakest ones are the closest to my love? What have you done? What have you become? Why are my children forced to run? What have you gained? Tell me their names, the ones you buried in the flames. You prayed to me, then chose your pride, while innocence was sacrificed. What have you done? What have you done? I never asked for all this hate. I never asked for endless grace. I never taught you greed or war. So what are you fighting for? The child beneath the fallen stone, the mother crying all alone. They call my name through every tear, yet you pretend you do not hear. What have you done? Look what you've become, a world where fear outweighs love. What have you gained? Tell me again. Was all this suffering worth the end? One day you'll stand before the truth, without your army's crowns of proof, and all that's left when life is through will be what love you.
Children dream beneath the same moonlight. Mothers pray through every silent night. across the desert, across the sea. Every heart still longs to be free. No more tears falling like the rain, no more lives lost in endless pain. Let the voices rise above the fear, a song of hope for every ear. One sky over us, one sun that shines for all. No border in the human heart when compassion answers the call. Hand in hand we'll find a way beyond the darkness of today. Let peace be louder than the war, and love open every door. Different languages, different names, yet our hopes are all the same. A place to live, a chance to grow, a future where our children know that every life has equal worth, every soul belongs to earth. May understanding light the way toward a brighter day. One sky over us, one sun that shines for all. No border in the human heart when compassion answers the call. Hand in hand we'll find a way beyond the darkness of today. Let peace be louder than the war, and love open every door. From Jerusalem to Gaza shore, from every town forevermore. May healing rise where sorrow stayed, may broken dreams be remade. The world is listening tonight for courage stronger than the fight, and every voice can help begin a peace that grows from deep within. One sky over us, one future yet to ride. Together we can choose the road that leads from fear to light. Hand in hand we'll find a way and leave the wounds of war behind for peace.
Children crying underneath the broken sky. Mothers praying while another dream dies. Everybody saying that they're fighting for what's right, but justice disappears somewhere inside the fight. We keep drawing lines between us and them, forgetting we're all human in the end. The smoke keeps rising, the pain remains, and every heart still bleeds the same. Tell me, what is victory worth if it leaves nothing on this earth? Tell me, what is power for if mercy walks out the door? Before God we stand the same. No flag, no title, no family name, no throne, no army, no pride remains. Only the good and the pain we gave. Before God we stand the same. Every tear and every flame will be remembered, will be seen, long after we're gone from this world we've seen. Hatred tells us never to forgive. Fear tells us this is how we live. But revenge keeps building higher walls until compassion finally falls. We call it justice, call it defense. Sometimes pride hides behind common sense. And while leaders argue who was right, the innocent struggle through the night. If peace is weakness, tell me why every child still wants to see the sunrise. If love is foolish in this world, why does every broken soul search for it? For God we stand the same. No flag, no title, no family name, no throne, no army, no pride remains. Only the good and the pain we gave. Before God we stand the same. Every tear and every flame will be remembered, will be seen, long after we're gone from this world we've seen. The strongest heart is not the one that learns to hate and hold a gun. The strongest heart is brave enough to choose compassion over blood. The greatest war we'll ever face lies inside the human race. Between our anger and our grace, between our ego and our faith. Before God we stand the same. No nation greater than a human name, no victory worth a child's last breath, no glory hid inside death. Before God we stand the same. And one day all of us must explain what we protected, what we destroyed, and whether we chose love or pride. Before God we stand. You call it different, but I've seen this before. I've watched empires touch the sky, then disappear before their time. I've seen kings believing they were gods. Now nobody remembers their names. I've heard the speeches, I've heard the lies, I've watched the strongest fall with pride. Every generation swears they're right. Every generation starts another fight. You think this story's something new, but I've been watching longer than you. The faces change, the pain remains, the ending always stays the same. I've seen this before. The flags, the fire, the war, the promises made by powerful men who never pay the cost in the end. I've seen this before. Another city turned into smoke, another child asking heaven why, while leaders argue who's right. I've watched religions used for power, watch greed disguise itself for honor, watch borders drawn with blood and fear, then redrawn years later. You build your walls, you choose your side, you teach your children who to fight, then wonder why the hatred grows when you planted every seed below. And every time you say this war will change everything, you never understand. I've heard those words before. I've seen this before. The pride, the pain, the war, the victory celebrated for a day, then buried underneath the graves. I've seen this before. The tears, the smoke, the loss, the people left behind to heal, while power moves on without you. Tell me, how many times must history cry? How many mothers must say goodbye before somebody finally learns that nobody rises when the whole world burns? I've seen this before, and I'll see it all again, until humanity decides love is stronger than revenge. I've seen this before, the same mistake in different forms, and every empire eventually falls. But you blame the guns, you blame the kings, but you forgot about me. I was there before the first storm flew, whispering lies that sounded true, telling every heart they're always right, turning fear into another fight. I told them never back down, never let the guard down, never admit they're wrong, and they've been singing my song. I don't carry bombs, I don't pull the trigger, I just live inside the heart and make make the fire bigger.
My name is pride. I wear 1,000 faces. I've started wars and left behind empty places. I tell men power is worth the pain. I teach them how to justify the flames, and while the innocent cry, I stand beside the powerful and smile. My name is pride.
I hide inside religion, I hide inside nations, I hide inside leaders and generations. I tell them mercy is weak, forgiveness is defeat, compassion is surrender, and revenge is sweet. So they keep marching